Just remember this story and I had to tell it to y'all. I was thinking about how I can't physically lie to people, and I'm brutally honest in terms of basically every way you could imagine. Like, or actually, no. In terms of being mean, I like to soften the blow, but people know I can't lie to them. If you come up to me and you're like, oh, hey, Timidity, am I fat? Then I'm gonna twitch a little bit, and it'll be like, no, and that's like, fuck, you already aren't gonna believe me. So then I'll just have to be honest. It'll be like, yeah, you've gained some weight, but I still think you're incredibly hot. It's just, you've been going through a hard time, and it's not the end of the world to, like, have a little extra weight. Like, you still look really fucking sexy. And I'll tell people that, and they'll understand and appreciate the honesty. But people should never ask me to rate them, because there's only one of two answers you're gonna get. You're either gonna get a great answer, or you're going to get a, why are you asking me that? And then I'm gonna and then we're gonna get into a fight, because my face fucking twitches when I start lying and shit. And so then you're gonna be like, oh, like, bitch, what the fuck number do I have in your head? But anyway, I don't know. This I tell people all the time: do not show me photos of your exes. I don't want to know. Because simply put, not because I'm insecure, but if she's ugly, I'm gonna have to tell you. I remember once this random dude gave me a ride in his car. Very risky for me to do, but I just felt like it that day. I don't know. And he was trying to basically convince me that, like, his wife was super hot and that I should one day get involved with threesomes with them. I already thought fuck no, but I guess just to entertain the conversation in case the wife was hot or some shit, because but they were swingers kind of. He showed me a photo of her, and I just was like, yeah, she's nice. He was like, she's super fucking hot, ain't she? And I said, she cool. And he kept trying to be like, she's hot, right? And I said, why do you want me to answer so bad? Why are we talking about this? And then and then I just had to basically be like, she's not really my type, but she's not a bad looking person. She's your type, and you love her, and that's great. That's why you're married to her. I'm glad that you found happiness and joy in love, and I'm sure you two have all sorts of amazing sex with each other. But clearly he was disappointed, because it's like, oh shit, this bitch is saying my wife is ugly, and she doesn't want to fuck either of us. But I don't know, if you're trying to initiate me into a threesome, and both of you are ugly, I don't know. I feel like you need to just be on timeout somewhere. Why the fuck would I want to get disappointed twice? Like, he just saw someone who was like 22 at the time, and he was just like, ah, yes, this 22-year-old would definitely love to have sex with me, an out of shape 46-year-old man who's stocky as fuck and looks like he should work at Home Depot. Because of his build, I'm not racist. Was he Latino? I don't think he was Latino. Yeah, because of his weird fucking build. He was kind of shaped like an apple. Not that anything's wrong with that. It's just like some people don't. Some people can rock it. Some people can't. And then his wife looks kind of a like a female version of if when Shrek was turned into a human, but then you added more weight to her. She actually looked worse than him, which actually kind of surprised me, because usually the men always look worse in the relationships. But anyway, this is all just to set the scene of, if you want me to tell you about your looks, I will tell you. But it's like, you have to be a very strong person. But if you look fucking gorgeous, there will not be a second I will ever waste where I'm not letting you know. Like, if you ever dare to say that you're insecure, I'm gonna let you know, no, your muscles look great in that fucking shirt. You're incredibly attractive. Or, sir, no offense, but when we first met, I came instantly, and I just hit it very well. You need to actually recognize that you're attractive. Or, ma'am, like, this woman once on Instagram, she was like, I don't think I'm very cute. I don't know. I'm not having luck with dating right now. And I said, ma'am, I took one look at your profile and then audibly gasped so hard that I almost fainted. And I'm not even kidding. I'm lightheaded as I typed this. It took me 6 minutes to regain consciousness and sanity, because I felt like I saw a god in human form. You look goddamned incredible, and you made me actually remember that I'm a lesbian. So, thank you. Like, shit, she reminded me that I actually thought, goddamn, there's women this pretty on this planet, and I'm dealing with men? Haha. Yeah. So yeah, I'm a very honest person. But I remember I dated this guy, his name was Patrick number one. When I first met him, like, he just gave off such an arrogant, cocky vibe, but I'll tell you, his looks very much fit that. Like, he was a very attractive man. Very, very tall, very, very strong, big blue eyes, sexy, like, hay-colored hair, chiseled jawline, cute smile. He looked like the sexiest actor, or he kind of looked like a sexy actor that you would find in like the 50s or the 60s or something, or like a very fuckable guy from the 70s. It's like he had it going on. Although he had a shitty jock type personality, like he was the type, and he And it contrasted well because I was very much in my I don't give a fuck, I'm having a roster era. So, I remember I would get dolled up to see him, and he'd go on his little unprovoked tangent rants of, I'm not looking to settle. I'm just really trying to play the field. And I was just staring into space, not giving a fuck, like, okay. Yeah. Because deep down I thought, nigga, you're my backup guy. You're my fallback guy. The real nigga I actually want is just busy. Otherwise, I would have not met up with you today. And he peeped that, and he was kind of like, oh, fuck. She's not reacting like all the others. I thought she was going to be in love with me off the jump. She's acting like I'm not shit. I got to prove myself to her. And so then several times later, we got more comfortable with each other. The relationship progressed well. Feelings came up on both sides. It was a very, very big surprise for both of us. And I remember at some point, we were laying in bed after having sex or whatsoever. We fucked a lot. It made sense. We were very attractive and had great sex drives. At some point, he was laying in bed next to me, and ratings came up. And I, just in conversation naturally. And I told him, I don't care what your rating is of me. And frankly, I don't want to know. Never in your life tell me. And if you're wondering why, I'm not insecure. Simply put, if someone is not that attracted to me, but they're stupid enough to always want to be in my face, doing wonderful, nice things for me and having sex with me, then that person's just like a calculated idiot. And it's like, okay, if they want to be stupid as they pay for my dinners and take me to nice places and I don't have to give them gas money, it's like, okay, works for me. Keep making me come, sweetie. And then if someone sees me as, this amazing goddess on earth, I'll just trust that they, how do I put this? As long as you treat me well either way, I'll stick around. Fuck it. Plus, attraction can be a complex thing based not on just looks, but also personality and energy and hobbies and interests and all sorts of stuff. But he said, I wonder what your number is for me. Now, deep down, I thought to myself, he's one of the hottest men I've ever fucking been with at the time. And I was 19, but I still got around, so it's still. I thought to myself, this man has a body like Michelangelo's David. Maybe even better. And he's got a nice ass, a big dick. Oh, he's pretty. He's actually at least a 9, but he's more of an 11 out of 10 in my book. And I said, I don't know, I don't think I want to tell you. And he got kind of scared. He was like, why don't you want to tell me? I said, I'm kind of I don't want you to change how you treat me with your reaction. And he took that well, damn, what's my number, Tamia? I said, I don't want to tell you because you're going to get all weird and stuff. What I meant was he's going to get fucking arrogant and cocky because that just happens when you compliment men too much. I still compliment men, but I don't want them getting, too evil. Once they know that you like them a lot, they usually get kind of evil. Just saying. And so this nigga, he was kind of thinking damn, is she saying that I'm fucking ugly? So this is how the conversation went. I eventually asked him, hey, so, okay, well, I don't want to tell you, I want to know what number you think you are first. Can you tell me what number you think you are, Patrick? He said, oh, I don't know, like a 7. I said, a fucking 7? He said, yeah, a 7. I'm not a 7. I said, in what fucking world would you ever be a 7? And he was like, God damn. He was like, fuck. And he was getting emotional, and I was like, what the fuck is this nigga reacting this way for? I thought, is he fucking stupid? He's so goddamn hot. Why would he ever think he's as low as a 7? And he was having heart palpitations because he was thinking the opposite direction. And then I say, what the fuck? Why would you ever in your life think that you're a 7? Let's be fucking for real here. He was like, oh, okay. I mean, shit, And he paused, and there was a long silence, and I was like, he really doesn't like himself. That, and then he just paused, and he was like, Am I a 6? I said, Patrick. And he kind of sat the fuck up. He was like, what? And I said, and I sat the fuck up too. I was like, Patrick, if you weren't a 7, what the fuck makes you think you were a 6? And he's just like, God damn. He just is openly like, oh my fucking God, man. What? No. You have to be kidding me. You have to be kidding. And I thought he was processing that I was calling him attractive. He was processing it like she thinks I'm so fucking butt ugly. He was like, fuck. He was like doing the prayer hands, like hands on the knees, walking back and forth, fucking miserable. Because he knew he knows I've been around. He knows I've been with people before. So he was thinking, God, she's like. And then I think, like, I very loosely recall that at some point he was like, I'm a fucking five. I said, Patrick, no! And I started screaming at him, and he was just, like, about to cry and shit. He was like, I'm not a fucking five. And I had to be like, Patrick, look, I said, hey, baby, lay down, lay down. Calm your fucking ass down. He laid down. You could kind of tell he was trying not to cry, though. I said, baby, you're an 11. He said, what? What? He said, no, you're fucking with me. I said, no, I fucking mean it. Look. Do you see my hand shaking? You're fucking 11. Like, at absolute lowest, absolute bare minimum, you would be a 9. I find you that fucking attractive. Why do you think we have sex, like, almost every waking moment that we're together? You are a 9. And he was just like, oh. And then he felt so foolish because he was to crash out super fucking hard. And he told me, like, he was like, I'm sorry, I know you've been with a lot of dudes before me already, and I thought that, and he was like, I figured that you've been with more muscular, and you've probably had bigger dicks, better sex, all that. And I didn't want to hype up his ego too much, even though I could tell he kind of needed it. But I kind of thought to myself, Jesus, he has no idea how bad the dating scene out here is for women. Like, I hate to break it to you, a lot of these niggas were personality hires. And even those were some bad decisions made by the HR in my head. But yeah, once he and I had to let him know, it's like, no, like, sweetheart, yes, I've been with a lot of guys, I've been with a lot of people of a lot of different sizes, but believe it or not, you've got the biggest dick and you've got, like, some of the best body. And at some point, like, I forget if it was the same meetup or another meetup, but he was standing up in bed, like, just kind of stretching, and I said, baby, I could watch you stretch all day. And, like, your body's so fucking great. He said, really, I don't think it's that good. And I said, no, it's fucking, like, it's so wonderful. It reminds me of a work of art. And then I said, what's that name? David's Michael, you know the one. And then he blushed and he was like, Michelangelo's David? I said, yeah, that's the one. And he was like, I look like Michelangelo's David? I said, fuck yes, you do. With ass. And it's great. And he blushed like hell. You know what? That relationship was very wholesome and sweet while it lasted. And I guess I just share that story because it was a fun instance where I was trying so hard to let this nigga know, like, nigga, you're not a 7, you're not a 5, you're not a 6. What the fuck is wrong with you? Because you're obviously a 9. And he was thinking, holy shit, if I'm not a 5, 6, 7, 8, I must be a 2, and I must be one of the worst dudes she's ever fucking been with. No. Anyway, yeah.